Why, hi there, I'm Ron Juckett, and Box Score Communications presents Boston Red Sox Replay 2004. Tonight, May 6th, Thursday, 2004, the Red Sox and the Cleveland Indians finish a 4-game set from Cleveland's Jacobs Field. The Red Sox are in first place. Yes, you heard that right. The Yankees have dropped the first 2 of their 3 in Oakland, and the Chicago White Sox have traveled to Baltimore and taken the first 2 of 3 of that set. So the Red Sox and Yankees are tied for first at 15 and 12, and we have a dandy pitching matchup for you today. CC Sabathia for the Indians and Pedro Martinez for the Red Sox. Sabathia 1-3 on the year with a 3.13 ERA. In 23 innings, 31 hits, 3 homers. He walked 3 and struck out 18. And judging by the innings, he must get hurt. He has 188 innings and pitches 500 ball the rest of the way. So Sabathia, the Indians ace against the Red Sox ace Pedro Martinez, who's pitched very well the last few times out. The lineup this evening for the Red Sox: Mark Bellhorn leads off and bats second. Gabe Kapler is in center field tonight for Johnny Damon. He will bat second. David Ortiz is at first. He'll bat third. Manny Ramirez, who's had a very good series, will clean up and be the DH. Jason Varitek is the catcher, batting fifth. Kevin Millar is at right, batting sixth. Dave McCarty is in left, batting seventh. Bill Miller is at third, batting eighth. And Pokey Reese, the shortstop, will bat ninth. Forgot to move the mouse over to start the game, and as you hear the ambulances going around behind me. It's a fun night here, fun day in Burlington. The defense for Cleveland as we kill the immersion: Matt Lawton in left, Alex Escobar is in center, and Jody Garoot is in right. Garoot, by the way, looking to expand on his 10-game hitting streak. Old friend Lou Merloni's at third base tonight for Cleveland. He's a below-average range and a pretty good fielding percentage for a third baseman. Omar Vizquel is at short, Ronnie Belliard is at second, and Ben Broussard at first. And not quite an old friend yet, Victor Martinez behind the plate for the lefty Sabathia. As far as the Red Sox are concerned, Ortiz is the only lefty in the lineup. The rest of the lineup is either switch hitters or like Bellhorn or righties. So that's the setup for you. Bellhorn comes into the game at 235, 3 homers and 13 RBI. And this one starts with a ground ball, base hit into right. So Bellhorn, who had only hit 100 in the series, bounded one in the hole, and the Red Sox start this one with a base hit. Here's Gabe Kapler. Gabe at 153, no homers and 3 RBI. Pitch from CC. There's a ground ball to short. Should be 2. Throws the Belliard for 1 over to Broussard. Call it 2. So CC gets the pitcher's best friend and will face David Ortiz with the bases empty. Popping at 302, 10 homers and 33 RBI. Here's the pitch. Here's a ground ball to Belliard over to first to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We play 1/2 inning, no score. As Pedro Martinez trots the mound, Pedro has a 3-1 record with a 2.16 ERA. In 41 innings, Pedro has allowed 33 hits, 4 homers. He has walked 10 and struck out 36. And the league is hitting .219 against him. He is doing better than advertised. He should go 110 tonight. Sabathia should go about 115. The lineup for Cleveland: Matt Lawton will lead off. Omar Vizquel bats second. Jody Garoot bats third. Victor Martinez cleans up. Travis Hafner is your DH. He'll bat fifth. Ronnie Belliard, the second baseman, bats sixth. Broussard, the first baseman, bats seventh. Lou Merloni bats eighth. And Alex Escobar bats ninth. Defense around Pedro. It's a different looking outfield tonight. It's Dave McCarty, below average arm, below average range in left. Gabe Kapler, below average range and a good arm in center. Millar is in right. Miller at third. Reese at short. Bellhorn at second. And Ortiz at first with Varitek behind the plate. Lawton at 250, 3 homers and 13 RBI. Pitch from Pedro. Got him! 1-2 pitch at the knees for strike 3. Good start for Pedro, and that will bring up Omar Vizquel. Omar at 318, 2 homers, 11 RBI. and is riding a 12-game hitting streak. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to second. Bellhorn throws it to Ortiz from the hole, and that's the second out. Jody Garut, the batter. Jody at 281, 3 homers and 18 RBI, and as you can see from the graphic, riding a 10-game hitting streak. Pedro delivers. Ground ball to Bellhorn, over to Ortiz, and the sign is retired in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. We played one. Red Sox and Indians are scoreless. Cleveland took 3 out of 4 in real life as Manny steps to the plate. Red Sox have taken 2 out of 3 so far. It'll be Manny Ramirez, Jason Varitek, and Kevin Millar here in the second. Manny at 264, 7 homers and 24 RBI. Sabathia's pitch, ground ball to short. Vizquel throws it, 1 out. Jason Varitek, the batter. Jason at 350, 7 homers and 14 RBI. TC's pitch is down the line and left. Varitek is going to go for 3. He is in with a stand-up triple. He just hammered that down the line. Lawton, all he could do is wait for it to slow down enough to pick up, and Varitek is into third. I'll bring up Kevin Millar, 1 out here in the second. Kevin at 244, 3 homers and 10 RBI, and has a chance to pick up an RBI right here. Sabathia's pitch, pop up to center. Escobar is there. Varitek will tag, and he will attempt to score. Here comes the throw. He does. So a sac fly for Millar, and Varitek scores the run. And 97% chance, if you saw that real quick, of scoring, and of course you do that. So here's Dave McCarty. McCarty at 368, no homers and RBI, 2 out, 1-0 Red Sox. Pitch to Dave was a ground ball, base hit into right. So 3 hits given up by Sabathia, who has given up 3 so far tonight. Here's Bill Miller riding that Mendoza lineup, 198, 2 homers and 10 RBI. Here's the pitch, popped up. Merlone goes out. Lawton comes in. Merlone's there, makes the grab. He retired the side, but not before the Sox draw first blood. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors after 1.5. Boston 1, Cleveland 0. Victor Martinez, Travis Hafner, and Ronnie Belliard to bat here in the second off of Pedro. He threw 14 pitches in the first. Victor, hopefully he'll pick up the bat after this series is over. 224 on the year, a homer and 6 RBI. Pitch from Martinez, a fly ball to left center. Kepler is there, 1 out. Travis Hafner, who was made up for Victor Martinez not batting well at 398, 8 homers and 25 RBI. Pedro's pitch, ground ball to short. Pokey throws it over, does the hooky pokey, and Ortiz makes the grab, 2 out. Ronnie Belliard, the batter. Ronnie at 240, 2 homers and 7 RBI. Here's the pitch. Grounder to Pokey, throws it over to first in time. 6-3, all 3, I believe. No runs, no hits, no errors. We've played 2 in Cleveland on a beautiful night. 1-0 Boston. Look at that first inning score and say, oh yeah, there's no score. 73 degrees and not a breath of wind. It's just an absolutely gorgeous May night here in Cleveland. Pokey Reese, Mark Bellhorn, and Gabe Kapler will be the batters here in the second. Pokey at 192, no homers and 7 RBI. Sabathia 31 of his 115 pitches through 2. He's allowed 3 hits, a run it was earned, and that's it. Here's the pitch. Pokey singles into right field, a ground ball. And then the Red Sox start the inning with a base hit. We got Mark Bellhorn. Mark singled his first time up. So the Sox are getting extra base, lots of hits off of Sabathia, 4 already. Pitch to Bellhorn. Bellhorn draws a walk. They're going to burn through Sabathia pretty quick at this rate. Gabe Kapler is 0 for 1. By the way, that was a 3-1 walk to Bellhorn. Pitch to Kapler. Fly ball left field. Lawton goes over, and it goes into the stands, out of play. So the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes to Kapler. Sabathia is ready. Here's the pitch. Here's a ground ball to second. Belliard flips to second for 1 over to Broussard. They don't turn it. Why they showed Kapler walking back towards the dugout, I don't know. but it's a fielder's choice. Score at 4-6, and Kapler beat the throw. So 1 out. Kapler on first, Reese on third for David Ortiz, who's 0 for 1. Pitch to Poppy's a fly ball to right center. Garuda's there. Pokey will tag. 94% chance. Here comes the throw. They're just going to throw it right in the second. So it's a sac fly for Ortiz. It's 2-0 Boston now in the third. 2 outs for Manning. Get it done any way you can. Pitch to Manning is a fly ball to left. Lawton is there to make the catch and retire at the side. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. After 2.5, the Red Sox 2, Cleveland nothing. So Pedro given a good-sized lead. 26 pitches through 2, and with 1 strikeout. Broussard is hitting 185. Ben has no homers and 2 RBI. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to right. Back with Millar in the corner, and he will turn and watch it go. A home run into the second deck here in Cleveland. And the Commodore 64 says that goes 379 feet. The Commodore 64 is so 80, so awesome. So available for you on the internet as an emulator. So the leadoff homer makes it 2-1 Boston. And that'll bring up Lou Merloni. Lou at 410. No homers, 8 RBI, and no talk shows as far as I know. Pitch from Pedro. Merloni draws ball 4. Full count fastball bounce. So Martinez, who threw well the first 2 innings, having a rough start here in the third. Here is Alex Escobar. Alex at 138, no homers and 3 RBI. And he strikes out. 1-2, swung on and missed, strike 3. So 1 out now. 2 strikeouts for Pedro. Matt Lawton has the other strikeout, and he'll bat. First time through the lineup, 43 pitches for Pedro. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to Bellhorn. Throw only plays to first, and that retires Lawton. So Merloni, who as you can tell is forever a Red Sox, standing at second. Vizquel, who's on the 12-game hitting streak at the plate, 0 for 1 so far. Here's the pitch, and now he goes that hitting streak 1 up as he singles into right center. Merloni stops at third. Vizquel stops at first, and his runners in the corners, 2 out for Garut, who's sitting on his own 10-game hitting streak. He's 0 for 1. The pitch, ground ball to Miller, throws to Bellhorn for the force to retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits, the homer. No errors after 3. It's Boston 2, Cleveland 1. So it'll be Jason Varitek, Kevin Millar, and Dave McCarty here in the 4th for Boston off of CC. CC Sabathia, 56 pitches. 3 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned with a walk. Varitek tripled his first time up and scored on the sac fly. Pitch from CC is a strikeout. 0-2 pitch is right there. He watched it go by for strike 3. So here's Millar. Millar hit that sac fly his first time up. CC delivers. Line drive to Merloni for the out. 2 quick out, and that's what CC needed. Here's Dave McCarty. McCarty singled his first time up. Ground ball to Merloni. Throws it across to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 3.5, it's the Red Sox 2, Cleveland 1. Victor Martinez, Travis Hafner, and Ronnie Belliard will bat here in the 4th. And Ben Broussard, who hit the home run, would reach if anyone, or would bat if anyone should reach. Pedro at 53 pitches through 3. Pitch to Victor, ground ball to second. Bellhorn throws it over, 1 out. Travis Hafner retired his first time up. Pedro pitches. Here's a line drive, base hit into short left center. So Hafner singles, it's the 3rd Cleveland hit. And that'll bring up Ronnie Belliard, who's retired his first time up. 2-1 Boston, bottom of the 4th. Belliard grounds 1 to Reese, flips to Bellhorn for 1, over to Ortiz for 2. They turn it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We've played 4. It's Boston 2, Cleveland 1. Bill Miller, Pokey Reese, and Mark Bellhorn to bat here in the top of the 5th off of CC Sabathia. 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors for the Sox. They've stranded 2. Cleveland 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and they have stranded 2 as well. Miller is 0 for 1. Popped up. Merloni's there. In comes Lawton. Merloni calls for it. 1 out. Pokey Reese, the batter. Pokey singled and scored his first time up. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to short. Omar Vizquel throws it over. 2 out. Mark Bellhorn, the batter. Mark has reached base twice tonight. Single to walk. 1 for 1. Sabathia. Ground ball right back to CC. Throws it over to Broussard to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We played 4.5. It's Boston 2, Cleveland 1. And speaking of Lou Merloni, who will bat second here in the bottom of the 5th, you can catch him on the Mutton Merloni Show weekday mornings on WEEI 93.7 FM, the current flagship for the Boston Red Sox radio network. So Pedro Martinez, we told you he'll face Broussard, Merloni, and Escobar. 65 pitches right now for Pedro through 4. Sabathia 77 through 5. Broussard homered his last time up. 1 for 1. Pitch from Pedro. And that's a line drive to center. Kapler moves over and makes the grab for the out. Kind of a blooper. We'll now bring up Merloni, who walked his first time up, has 6 on the year. Here's the pitch. And he lines that one into left center for a base hit. Kind of a bloop. So Merloni is on for the second time tonight. And that'll bring up Escobar, who struck out his first time up. And struck out 42 times in 152 real at-bats. Pitch from Pedro. There's a line drive up the middle, base hit. Kapler throws it back in. Merloni stops at second. Escobar on first. And this will bring up Matt Lawton, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Pedro's pitch. Here's a ground ball to short. A second. Bellhorn can only flip it to Reese to get 1. That's where I'm at. 4 to 6 on the play. And the fielder's choice. Merloni goes to third. There was no throw. Lawton is on first, and we will let him steal if he so chooses. Omar Vizquel, who extended his hitting streak to 13 games in his last at-bat, 1 for 2 with a single. Here's the pitch. Lawton goes to throw down. He's safe. Not going to risk a pick out there and having it get away. So Lawton steals the bag. Second, that's his 4th of the year, and it's a 1-0 count to Vizquel. 2-1 Sox, 2 outs, 1-0 count, bottom of the 5th. Pedro delivers, ground ball to Reese, throws it over to Ortiz to retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. The Tribe strand 2 after 5. It's Boston 2, Cleveland 1. So Kapler, Ortiz, and Ramirez here in the 6th. Kapler is 0 for 2. Pitch from CC. There's a line drive right to Merloni. 1 out. CC at 81 pitches through 5 1/3, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, a walk and a strikeout. Ortiz is 0 for 1 with a sac fly. Fly ball to left. Lawton has it. 2 out. So a good outing for Sabathia. He settled right in there after a shaky first couple innings. Ramirez is 0 for 2. Pitch to Manny. Grounder to short. Vizquel throws it over in time to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 5.5, Boston 2, Cleveland 1. So Pedro still does not have the fatigue sign here in the 6th. 83 pitches, 5 innings, 5 hits. The home run to Broussard. That run was earned. He's walked 1 and struck out 2. Barut's 0 for 2, and this time he swings. Nope. Check swing, strike 3 on a full count. So a big sigh of relief from Pedro there, 1 out. And I'll bring up Victor Martinez. Martinez is 0 for 2. Pitch from Pedro. Fly ball deep to right. Back goes Millar, 2 out. So here's Travis Hafner. Hafner is 1 for 2 with a single. Here's the pitch. He got him. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So a good inning for Pedro. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 punchados for Pedro after 6. It's Boston 2, Cleveland 1. So Jason Varitek, Kevin Millar, and Dave McCarty will bat here in the 7th. Jason is 1 for 2. He tripled and scored in the 2nd and struck out his last time up. Pitch from Sabathia, ground ball to third. Merlone throws it, 1 out. Sabathia, 6 1/3, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, a walk and a strikeout, and 93 pitches. Millar is 0 for 1 and also has a sac fly. Both the Red Sox run tonight, I believe, have come off a sac fly. Millar hits that one up the middle. Back goes Escobar, who makes the catch. 2 out for McCarty. Dave is 1 for 2. Miller on deck. Pitch from CC. There's a ground ball to Broussard. Takes it to first himself to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Stretch time at Jacobs Field on a beautiful night. It's Boston 2, Cleveland 1. 67 degrees. And this is probably Pedro's last inning. He'll face Belliard, Broussard, who took him deep, and Merlone. Belliard is 0 for 2. So you see Pedro's fatigue warning starting to come up. Pitch to Ronnie. It's a ground ball to third. Miller throws it over, 1 out. And Broussard, who homered, was 1 for 2. And he'll get another base hit. That will go all the way to the wall. Kapra's throw to third is not in time. So a triple for Broussard to go with his home run, and he's a tying run at third. And we're going to do with Merlone here. Pedro throws 4 wide ones. It's a second walk. Red Sox set up the double play. Escobar the batter. Alex is 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a single. Not playing him in. They'll play for 2 here. Pedro's probably his last batter either way. Here's the pitch. Got him! On an 0-2 pitch. He swung on and missed strike 3. So we'll give him Lawton, just because there's 2 outs and he's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. This will be his last batter either way. Let's see how Pedro ends this. He's sitting on 5 strikeouts tonight. He'd love number 6 right here. Here it comes. Fly ball to right. Millar is there to retire the side. So Pedro works around it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We played 7. It's Boston 2, Cleveland 1. That'll be the night for Pedro. So he'll leave with a chance to get the win. I'll give you the totals after I decide who the new pitcher is. Sabathia out to start the 8th. Bill Miller, Pokey Reese, and Mark Bellhorn will bat. Miller 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive to left. Lawton goes in the corner. Makes the catch for the first out. Here's Pokey. 1 for 2. Singled and scored. Sabathia got him. Swung on and missed. So, yeah, we'll allow him to come in. They'll bring in Rafael Betancourt. Betancourt 1 and 2 on the year with a 9.31 ERA. 9 innings, 15 hits. He's allowed 1 homer, walked 6, and struck out 8. And he will face Mark Bellhorn, who now will bat lefty. Mark is 1 for 2. He is singled and walked. Pitch from Betancourt, ground ball to second. Belliard throws it over, and that's it. No runs, no hits, no errors. He played 7.5. It's a Sox 2, Cleveland 1. Well, with switchy, lefty, switchy, we're going to go with the lefty because of my boob with the last game of throwing Keith Folk for 2 errors. So we will try to use Mike Timlin as a closer. Alan Embry will pitch the 8th. He is 1-0 on the year, 12 innings, 10 hits, 2 home runs. He has walked 2 and struck out 6. He has an ERA of 2.25. The starters, Pedro goes 7 innings, 6 hits, a run it was earned, the home run by Broussard in the 3rd. He walked 2 and struck out 5. Strong outing, and he didn't seem to have his best stuff. Sabathia goes 7 2/3, 4 hits, 2 runs, all earned. Walked 1 and struck out 2. Again, not his best effort, but he got the job done. All right, so Vizquel, Garut, and Martinez. Omar will be batting here in the 8th. Vizquel is 1 for 3 with a single. Pitch from Embry, and he draws a walk. Jody Garut, the batter. Jody, 10-game hitting streak on the line, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Pitch from Embry, pops up. Bellhorn moves over the grass, 1, huge out. Victor Martinez, the batter. Victor is 0 for 3. Here's the pitch, popped him up. Pokey's there, makes the catch, 2 out. Sometimes math is not my strong subject. Travis, that's the 3rd out. Travis Hafner, the batter. Travis is 1 for 3 with a strikeout, hitting lefties 244 on the year. So Embry is ready. Here's the pitch. He got him. Swung on and missed on a 2-2 changeup. So no runs, no hits, no errors. Cleveland strands the runner they put on him by a walk. We played 8. It's Boston 2, Cleveland 1. So Betancourt will start the 9th. They'll face Kapler, Ortiz, and Ramirez. Kapler is 0 for 3. 2-1 Boston here in the top of the 9th. 2 runs and 4 hits for the Sox. No errors. They've stranded 2. Cleveland 1 run on 6 hits and no errors. And they've stranded 7. Here's the pitch. Kapler grounds 1 to first. Broussard flips it over to Betancourt, 1 out. David Ortiz is 0 for 2 with an RBI. Red Sox have both their runs on sacrifice flies. Pitch to Poppy. Poppy draws the walk. David not a threat to steal. Manny Ramirez, 0 for 3. Here's the pitch to Manny. Strikes out. So strike 3 called. 2 out. No, we're not going to allow risky coming in pitch. For Jason Varitek. Odds are a lot better for Betancourt on Varitek than they are for anyone else. 1 for 3 is Jason. He tripled and scored in the 3rd. We're in the 2nd. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball deep to right. Back goes Garut, and that will hit the top of the wall. Ortiz rounds 3rd. He will try to score. The throw goes into 2nd. Now we'll let Risky pitch. A huge one for the Red Sox, as it's 3-1 on the double by Varitek. So David Risky, who pitched for the Indians, obviously, but that's where his picture is, has 2 saves on the year, no record, 4.85 the ERA, 13 innings, 11 hits. He has allowed a home run. He's walked 8 and struck out 13. Millar is 0 for 2 with an RBI. And they're going to walk him to face McCarty, who is 1 for 3. Cleveland looking to get out of this without any more damage. Varitek on 2nd, a good runner. Millar on 1st. So it's McCarty, who has a single. That's hitting 364 now on the year. It's from Risky. Got him! Swung on and missed strike 3. So that will do it. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors. We played 8.5. The Red Sox get a big run. It's 3-1. You know, I mean, all that hullabaloo about Folk pitching 2 innings last night, and I read the wrong line. It was Timlin who threw 30 pitches in last night's game. So Keith Folk is on to save this. Keith has a 1-0 record with 6 saves, a 2.38 ERA, 11 innings, 7 hits, 2 home runs. He walked 2 and struck out 10. My replay, you'd think I would pay better attention to this. It'll be Ronnie Belliard, Ben Broussard, who has had the monster night for Cleveland, and Lou Merloni, the bat here for Cleveland in the bottom of the 9th. Belliard is 0 for 3. Folks pitch. Here's a ground ball, base hit. That's more than a ground ball. That's going to get to the wall. So it's a leadoff double on the gapper by Belliard, who has hit very well in this series. And I'll bring up Broussard, who's 2 for 3. He has tripled and homered. Gordon has an RBI. 3-1 Boston. Bottom of the 9th. Nobody out. Pitch from Folk. Grounder to Bellhorn, throws it to first. Belliard's run goes to third. His run doesn't really matter. Merloni, the batter, Lou 1 for 1. Merloni, the tying run at the plate. If you're wondering about power, he does have 4 homers on the real season. None so far in the simulation. Pitch from Folk. Ground ball right to Folk. Throws it over to Ortiz. 2 outs. Now World Series in. Here's Escobar. Alex 1 for 3. He has singled and struck out twice. And boy, wouldn't Folk like a third one, him for to strike out a third time here. Here's the pitch. Chopper to Bellhorn, over to Ortiz. The Red Sox take 3 out of 4. They win this one 3-1. So here are the totals. The Red Sox go to 16-12, and for the moment have a half-game lead in the American League East. They get 1 run, or they got 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and 1 in the ninth. For 3 runs total on 5 hits, no errors. Cleveland goes to 11-16. Ben Broussard had the lone run, a solo shot in the third, 1 run on 7 hits, and no errors. Pedro Martinez goes to 4-1 on the year, 7 innings, 6 hits, a run it was earned, a homer, which was Broussard's, walked 2 and struck out 5. Embry gets the hold. Folk gets his 7th save, gives up the hit. No one had anything special. Sabathia, CC went 7 2/3, 4 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned. Walked 1 and struck out 2. Betancourt goes an inning with allowing a hit and is charged with a run. No, he does get the run. A walk and a strikeout, and I probably should have let Risk come in to pitch that batter earlier. In 1/3 of an inning, it was an intentional walk and a strikeout. But that'll do it for you. Let's see. I'm going to say that the Commodore Vic 20 says Pedro is the player of the game. And I'd be right. The Commodore Vic 20, so easy anyone can use it, even your little sister. Time of the game, 3 hours and 16 minutes on a beautiful night. Started at 73, and I think it got into the high 60s before it was done. Sox strand 4, Cleveland strand 8. I believe this is the lone visit for Boston into Cleveland this year. They will play at Fenway next week in a midweek set for 3. So there you go. A big series for Boston. They take 3 out of 4 and have a very successful road trip. They won 4 out of 6. They go 4-3 on the road, which they will take any time. So it's Kansas City at home for the weekend starting tomorrow, Friday night. And until then, this is Ron Juckett. We will talk to you the next time.